And we welcome you to Cary, North Carolina, WakeMed Soccer Park Salem Stadium, home to North Carolina FC for a little Wednesday night USL League One action against Forward Madison FC. A big-time matchup here. Delighted to be with you as Jake McGuire will need to come up big in goal for North Carolina FC. And hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke with the great Austin DeLuz. And Austin, today we really do get a sense of why this club moved down to USL League One.
Yeah, a big priority obviously has been getting young players experience, getting academy players involved with the first team. Tonight we're seeing a few of those academy players get an opportunity to be involved from the start, which isn't something we've seen often this year. So it's an exciting game.
Really, Austin, since opening day, Cole Frame has shown that he belongs.
He has, yeah. Cole's a really exciting young player. Every time he's come into a game, he's made a positive impact. And again, most of that has been impact off of the bench. Tonight, he gets a start. It's a little bit of a different, perspective on the game from the start. But I think we've got a lot to look forward to from him tonight.
He'll also start with Parco O'Farrell and Britton Fisher. Meanwhile, it's a familiar face to Carolina Railhawks fans at North Carolina FC. Connor Tobin still getting it done.
Turbo Tobin, the angry old man. He, obviously was a big part of this club for many years and has been a very big part of Forward Madison since their inception. He's a leader on and off the field in the community. It's great to see him back here tonight.
He will be wearing the captain's armband for Forward Madison FC. As we mentioned, not just Cole Frame in the starting lineup, Parco O'Farrell and Britton Fisher also starting for John Bradford. It's North Carolina FC, Forward Madison FC, Wednesday night USL League One action.
Continental Tire has been a proud supporter of soccer for more than a decade. We've been there both on and off the field for some of the greatest celebrations. We've watched with you as the game and personalities have gotten bigger. We are proud to continue standing alongside you, supporting the game that gives us all so much. Together, we've shared thousands of incredible goals and celebrations. Here's to many more to come.
At Strategic Systems, we understand that a reliable IT infrastructure doesn't just materialize by itself. We've been helping Triangle businesses of all sizes build and manage secure, reliable technology solutions for over 25 years. Strategic Systems and CEI. Are you transforming your business?
So, how do you like your urgent care? At WakeMed, we have urgent care just about everywhere. Urgent care that specializes in orthopedics and kids. MyCare 365, open every day of the year. Even virtual urgent care. Yup, urgent care in your jammies, on your tablet. So download the WakeMed All Access app and get urgent care that's caring, convenient, and just the way you like it.
Selling your home often comes at a cost. Many realtors charge commissions of 6%, which seriously cuts into your profits. But with Daymark Realty, part of Coastal Credit Union, you can sell for an unbelievably low commission rate of 4.5%. Plus, professional staging and photography are included. Find out how Daymark and Coastal have saved members millions in fees and offer a better way to bank.
Both teams headed out here for USL League One action. North Carolina FC at home to take on Forward Madison FC. Dean Linke with Austin DeLuz. And Austin, let's take a look at the starting lineup for John Bradford and North Carolina FC. Kind of changes up the formation a little bit.
Yeah, it's a different look. As we mentioned in the open, a couple of academy players involved. At the back, we've got Nelson Flores, who's been a mainstay at that left back spot. Britton Fisher, the academy player, steps into that center back spot against Max Flick with Parker O'Farrell on the right side. The middle of the field, Cohen, Martinez, and Al-Badawi providing a lot of possession and some good attacking threats there. And then up top, the front three, Robbie Christo leading the line with Mischich and Cole Frame on the wings, looking to provide a little bit of a spark as well.
And the starting lineup for our friends from Forward Madison.
Forward Madison has a little bit of a different look. It's kind of a 3-5-2 with Rad, Tobin, and Leonard as the three center backs. Gomez and Gebhardt are going to be more of your wing backs getting up and down the line on the outside there. Suko, Perez, and Malloy will be holding it down in the center of the midfield, and Sierakowski and Keegan, two very talented threats up top for Forward Madison.
Jake Keegan leads this Forward Madison FC team with 6 goals. Aaron Malloy coming off a USL League One Team of the Week performance. Robbie Crystal was on back-to-back Teams of the Week. In fact, back-to-back Players of the Week in USL League One. He's cooled down a little bit. It'd be nice for him to get hot again.
It would. Yeah, I think, NCFC just needs something to give them a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a jump, preferably early in this game to just kind of get them back on the right track. It's been tough sledding, I think, over the last few weeks.
League, all 12 League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, please visit uslsoccer.com.
So here we go, North Carolina FC out in their home blues and Forward Madison in their white with a shade of pink as they've got that flamingo there. Forward Madison, by the way, raised more than $50,000 for local charities in 2020 through initiatives such as the Black Lives Matter kit and the Match for Madison versus COVID-19. Good to see them doing great things in the community, much like the home team here, North Carolina FC, again in their dark uniforms. Nazmi Abadawi. Over to Max Flick. First look at O'Farrell. So O'Farrell, Fisher, and Frame, 3 academy players getting the nod. There are some veterans on the bench, and there's also some veterans not on the bench as Martinez out, and so is Hamilton. Here's Jake McGuire. Even in games where we've given up 4 goals, Jake McGuire's been great. I mean, John Bradford had nothing but high praise for him.
He's been excellent for NCFC this season. Been a leader, made some really special saves. Yeah, everybody you talk to around the organization has sung his praises for sure.
So Tobin's first touch leads to a couple passes here, and now it works his way to the right side to Gebhardt. Gebhardt trying to get by Flores, and it'll be a corner kick Forward Madison FC, who from the get-go has had a great following, tremendous fan base out there. They've played the Wisconsin Badgers as well in the exhibition, and it feels like Madison has really received this team well.
They have, and it's been a really fun team to follow since their beginning. They've been unique, and yeah, they don't take themselves too seriously, that's for sure. And I think that's a compliment.
Perez with a pretty good corner, and there was a wide open player, but not able to put it on target. The wide open player was number 3, Eric Leonard, who is from Illinois. And certainly North Carolina FC will need to mark it up a little bit more, as you saw that replay.
Yeah, far too much space there given to Leonard, and he's got to be frustrated with himself that he didn't put that one on frame. But
Connor Tobin, there he is. He was a mainstay at center back for Colin Clark for several years. Automatic penciled in there.
He was. I don't want to give him too many compliments and sing his praises too much. I think it goes to his head. He's got the Twitter persona. But no, he was a fantastic teammate, really great guy, and we mentioned it earlier, but huge impact off the field as well as on it. Which I know he has continued to make that same sort of impact in the Madison community, and just bringing this young Madison club along and imprinting them in that community.
That's really well said. I mean, it seemed like any time the Oak City supporters or any of the fan bases were doing anything, there would be Austin DeLuz and Connor Tobin would be present pretty much, right?
Yeah, I think we both shared a similar point of view when it came to things like that. We we get so much from the communities that support these clubs. We wanted to give back any chance we could.
Here's Aaron Malloy, who was drafted out of Penn State by Portland, was at Timbers too, but now has found his way to forward Madison FC, where as a member of Penn State, he would play, of course, against the Wisconsin Badgers inside the 18. Extra pass handled there by Flick, who has been steady Eddie, pretty much started every game for John Bradford, either at right center back or at right back.
Yeah, very solid all season, Max Flick, and we've talked about it several times before, but definitely a surprise to a lot of people, I think, what he's been able to contribute and continues to do so here. He's got a new sort of task playing alongside Britton Fisher tonight and bringing him along and making sure that Britton settles in and feels comfortable in that back line. Not an easy ask of a young player to step into a center back spot.
Well, you think about it, with O'Farrell on the other side of him as well, he's got two youngsters on either side of him, Austin Deleuze, as for Madison FC. We say hello to their great fans. They got it inside the 18. Little touch there from Perez. Good extra help coming back by Martinez. And now Miscic pushed from behind, no whistle. One back, and they find Malloy. Malloy, as I was telling you before the game, has an absolute lethal shot from way downtown. He scored a blazer of a goal in his last game, and he can crush it, Austin. I look forward to you seeing him hit a couple balls.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it now. I'm blaming it on you. You've talked it up.
I have. Well, and part of the reason I talk him up, he also was in the running for the Senior Class Award, which means he also gets it done off the field. So I've got mad respect for number 6. Solid citizen. He'll go out of bounds. You know, Flores, as he gets ready for a throw-in, has been pretty steady as well.
He's been consistent. Yeah, I think he's a guy. Obviously, we've seen him in the lineup for the most part all season, and things seem to have shuffled a bit around him. But he has been a guy that's been there, been relied upon, and we talked about this before as well. But not a natural left back. I think earlier in his career spent more time in the attacking third of the field. But he's settled into this left back spot and made it his own, and yeah, he's come along very nicely so far this season.
7 minutes in, no score. And kind of the broadcaster's curse right there on Flores as his touch gets away from him. It'll be a throw-in for Perez. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit selectsportamerica.com. The throw-in for forward Madison FC. Gebhard. And Gebhard tries to win it back. This is Nazmi Abadawi, his head on a swivel. You saw before he received the ball, he was taking a look to see what he had. Miscic. And Miscic back from Cohen. Cohen has been night and day, and his confidence is soaring enough where he's actually listed as the 10 in this game, which gives you a little idea of how well he's been playing, listed as the attacking midfielder.
Yeah, little bit of a different role. Obviously, we're used to seeing him on the wing, where he takes players on, gets a little bit of space, and looks for service into the box. But playing in that 10 spot, you'd expect him to get on the ball a little bit more and hopefully bring his teammates into the game. But yeah, he's definitely come on a little bit more over the last several weeks.
Abadawi, that's a great ball. Miscic has Flores coming in support. Flores is available if he needs it. He'll bring it back instead to Martinez. Martinez, one touch, gonna take a shot. Oh my! And how about North Carolina FC? A golazo from Martinez.
I'll tell you what, when we talk about NCFC needing something to give them a boost, a spark, a little bit of life, that is exactly the type of play that'll get you going. We'll see it here. Nazmi Abadawi receives the ball in that midfield area. Plays it wide to Miscic, who does a good job of controlling it, keeping possession. He looks up. He sees Nelson Martinez in the middle of the field, and this just sets up perfectly for him. And that is a wonder strike from Nelson Martinez.
How about North Carolina FC, and how about number 14, Nelson Martinez? And the best part of what you just said right there is the ball really did set up perfect, and then right on the laces, he smoked it.
Yeah, it really was a dream ball. As soon as he took that first touch, you could see it bounced up to the perfect height for that volley, and used the wet surface to just skip it past the goalkeeper, and that was not your run-of-the-mill goal there.
Fantastic shot. Phil Brino is the goalkeeper who had spent some time with Charleston, if that's part of the reason why his name is familiar. But really, I don't think there's too much Brino could do. I don't think there's too many goalkeepers. He just hit that one really, really well.
He caught it perfectly, tucked into that post. Yeah, I don't think there was much the goalkeeper could have done. We've seen some special goals here this season, huh, Dean?
We have. And but you know, what's special about it is they did not put themselves in a hole. They got out front, which is what John Bradford's been talking about all season.
Yeah, it's something I think they've lacked a little bit here at home, especially over the last several games, is just that quick start.
Nazmi Abadawi with his own version of a long-distance shot, and that was not that far off.
You can feel the energy. You know, we talk about them needing something to get them going, and there's Nazmi not afraid to take a swing at one as well, but you can tell it's lifted everyone a little bit. Coming into this game, I think, you know, to be totally honest, we weren't sure what we were going to see from NCFC based on their run of results, and just the reality of the situation is things have not been going their way. And so, you know, you wonder how players are going to respond to that. Are they going to sort of put their heads down and allow, you know, those types of results to compound themselves? But I'll tell you what, Nelson Martinez doing his part there with that goal.
Fisher does just enough and then falls down and gets up. So good work by the youngster. Speaking of youngsters, there's Frame. Talked all about him getting the start tonight. Ryan Sierakowski. Austin DeLuz likes to give me a hard time, but Sierakowski also a Big Ten player for Damon Rensing and Michigan State. This one sent across.
Come on, you know I'm an ACC guy. You know, it's tough.
Jake McGuire's taking his time. What a beautiful strike from Nelson Martinez to get things started for North Carolina FC. They've got a 1-0 lead, courtesy of the Miscic pass to Martinez. You got to give Flores credit as well, because he took a player with him that gave Miscic an opportunity. Do I go to Flores or do I square it? He decides to square it, and pretty good decision.
It was a good run from Nelson Flores, and exactly like you said, it opened up space. Wonder if we'll see that one on the SportsCenter Top 10, maybe? I don't know.
That's pretty good. Frame looking for Cohen. Cohen gets a little touch on it, and that touch gets away from him. Nelson Martinez, who is from Woodbridge, Virginia, spent some time with Loudoun United. Played in the DC United Academy for 4 years. The flag stays down and in. Forward Madison FC trying to tie it right there was number 7, Jake Keegan, who's got 6 goals already. He'll be denied there by McGuire.
It was a well-timed run there from Keegan, who actually started that run in his own half, so, you know, no offside. Keegan's a talented player as well, who spent some time at FC Edmonton. Played against him a number of times.
Miscic. Actually, Austin, dare I say, if you were still playing, you would enjoy the trip to Madison. It's a really cool town. It really is. It's fantastic.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's a fun place, and obviously the team has you know, added to that unique culture that they have. Connor Tobin has definitely sung Madison's praises
Yeah, it's a big-time city. They've got a beautiful lake right there near campus, and then it's not too far from Devil's Lake, which is a national park. And I know that I'm speaking to the choir that already knows all this. The fans for Forward Madison FC find themselves down here on the road 1-0.
They did have a video of Connor taking a dip in that lake, I think, in the dead of winter.
The polar plunge.
Yep.
Cristo! Cristo! Oh my! Great idea by Robbie Cristo, and that was closer than it looked right there.
It was not far outside of that post, and Cohen, we know he's capable of some good service, and Robbie Cristo, we've seen him complete the spectacular before. There, the overhead kick, he connects well with it, but just a touch wide.
The big boy, Robbie Cristo, showing some flexibility there.
He's agile.
He did. He made that look pretty clean, and it was a good idea. The goalkeeper had no chance at it. If you're just joining us, as Austin DeLuz described it, a wonder goal from Nelson Martinez is the difference in this game. 1-0. Long ball over the top to Gebhardt. Gebhardt with Flores keeping an eye on him. Gebhardt looking for options. Here's Aaron Malloy. Malloy. Pretty good ball in, and it'll sail off the head of Keegan and out of bounds back to McGuire. We've played 15, walking our way up to minute 16. Ooh, that's a bad pass right there by Flick. He'll want that one back. Sierkowski, good idea and really lucky and good defense getting back after that bad pass. And now going the other way is Fisher, the center back. Fisher wanted it back. He kind of gave that disappointment as if he was a center forward. He wanted it back, didn't he?
I like that. Center back getting forward, wanting the ball.
Nasby Abadawi looking for frame. For those people that don't know Austin, and this is an easy one, here's Tobin first. Perez taken away there. Flores having a good start to this game. Here's Cristo. As they give it back to Nasby Abadawi, describe what he's like as a person off the field.
He's the best there is. You know, he just an unbelievable guy, great teammate, always puts the team first. And, you know, I think you hear that about a lot of players, but it's very genuine with Nasby, and not many of those players are as talented as he is, you know, and so to be as talented as he is and remain humble and, you know, sort of unassuming even is unique, and just a great guy. You know, lucky to have played with him, and I think a lot of players would say that they've gotten better just because they played with him.
Let's rack that. So well said. 17 minutes in, 1-0 North Carolina FC on top. Brino's been busy in goal for Forward Madison FC, perhaps busier than he thought he was going to be, maybe coming into this one. He has picked one out of the net, and he's seen a couple. One flew over him, and one flew to the side of him. He's had more challenges, I think, than McGuire's had so far.
Yeah, it's something that we've talked about, I think, just about every game at halftime when we see the standings in this league. The parity is really great for you know, neutral viewers to, you know, to see games of this quality week in, week out that are always going to be close. There are no easy games. But North Carolina FC obviously at the bottom looking up, and they've had the better of Forward Madison here for the first, you know, 18, 19 minutes.
Indeed they have. We'll take a look around USL League One at halftime, courtesy of the great research from our main man, Brian Ware, which we always appreciate. And we'll talk about Chattanooga, which we were really impressed with, and then we'll try to figure out what's going on with John Harkes and his Greenville team, which has not won in their last 7, I believe, and they have not scored many goals either.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for a Greenville team that's been successful in the last couple of years.
They've dropped to 8th. There's Tobin. We'll head it out. Still can snap it 20 yards on a dime. Flick comes forward. It's good work from Malloy to win it. Gebhardt. He's got some pace wearing 17. Gebhardt and Keegan, the two leading goal scorers on this team.
Yeah, Gebhardt definitely a threat on the outside with that pace. A guy also very familiar with, spent some time with Jacksonville Armada. An experienced, another guy who I think we've seen more in an attacking role over the years, and has filled this wing-back spot for forward Madison nicely.
Perez. Sierkowski back to Malloy. Malloy to Gebhardt, but too long. It'll go out of bounds. August is USL Supporters Month, and we want to hear from you. Visit uslleague1.com/supporters-month for more information on how you get involved and have a chance to be featured as the supporter of the week. That's uslleague1.com/supporters-month. 20 minutes in. Martinez with Galazzo for North Carolina FC to give the home team the 1-0 lead. Knocked out of bounds by Leonard. It'll be a throw-in for North Carolina FC. WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, always pristine, beautiful field. Of course, North Carolina FC coming up short against a really good North Texas team. Chippy contest, 28 fouls and 6 yellow cards, as it was obviously a physical contest, and North Texas SC, another quality team.
Absolutely. Team that always produces exciting young players out of that academy. Seen so many of them rise through the ranks up to the FC Dallas first team.
Keegan was looking at Sierkowski initially, and then I can't tell if he was thinking like a no-look shot there or what that was exactly.
I'm not sure he knows either, but no, I think it was a cross. Just not quite on the same page.
A cross for Sierkowski, you think? Okay, so the near post run. There was a far post run coming that was a little bit later, so perhaps that's part of the hesitation for Keegan, as Austin already told you about his pedigree, a veteran player. So far, Fisher and O'Farrell, I give high marks the youngsters in the back line, as O'Farrell's on it now. Fisher's had a couple defensive plays and then made that little jaunt up the midfield there the one time.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is they just look comfortable. When they're on the ball, their positioning, they don't look out of place. They're able to stay with the pace of the game.
Here is O'Farrell. The goal scorer Martinez back to O'Farrell. O'Farrell to Fisher. Of course, those two players know each other well. Flores, as that'll go off of Jesus Perez. And Flores going to use McGuire, who's got pretty good feet. Nice and calm to Nazmi Abadawi, who's been in charge this game, in my opinion. He has been available when they needed him. And he's available again right now. Bradford sending some players down to start warming up as we're halfway through this first half. Robbie Cristo. And as it goes out of bounds, your thoughts first on the home team here with a 1-0 lead.
I think they've been good. I think, it's different than what we've seen over the last few games here at home. They've started well. They're keeping possession of the ball. They've taken a little bit more control of the game. I think too often we've seen them sort of sit in and absorb pressure and invite goals. And obviously the strike from Nelson Martinez totally changes things and gives everybody a lift, and they look a little bit more relaxed and comfortable and confident than we've seen.
North Carolina FC will go on the road to take on Richmond, a team they've had success against. Then they'll be back home for 2 home games against Union Omaha, who is right up there with Chattanooga, and then New England 2 on the 11th. So the 4th against Omaha and the 11th against New England 2 right here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. It'll be great to see you out here. Robbie Christo checking back, and we'll go off of Christo, throw in for Gebhardt. Not quite sure what the issue is right there.
That one's a mystery to me as well.
Okay. Gebhardt. Sierkowski, who joins forward Madison FC on loan from New England Revolution. We've talked a little bit about Aaron Malloy. He and Justin Suko are tied for the most assists this season by a Flamingo, as forward Madison FC is often called, and it's included in their logo. The pink flamingo, part of Madison's lore.
Have you ever gone full Mingo?
I've only gone half Mingo. Here's Miscic over to Christo. Here's Christo, 25th minute. Malloy chops it to Perez. Speaking of Perez, I was just out in Austin, and unfortunately Austin FC didn't have a game, but Manny Perez is playing a little out there.
He's gotten several opportunities. Yeah, I think they've not been afraid of using him, and even seen him play up top a few times. But it's a team that has struggled to score goals and to create, so not surprising that they've given him a few chances. Obviously, they had a big win against Portland Timbers last week. But what an atmosphere they get down there.
I appreciate you not drawing attention to that shot by Aaron Malloy right there. I did go down and talk to Aaron Malloy, and he told me his entire family across the pond would be watching and listening. We say hello to the Malloy family.
It was too close for him, right?
Yeah.
His range is a little further out.
It is. It's a little deeper. Steph Curry range. Here's Gebhardt. Gebhardt, that's a neat little move. Oh, my. Great individual play. McGuire swinging his arm, and perhaps big-time goalkeeper, maybe even a little lucky to stop that one right there as they play it the other way.
Wow. Really nice bit of skill there from Derek Gebhardt.
Yeah, we'll ask Joe Ferrara and Ian Lang and the crew to save that one. Take another look at the cheeky moves by Gebhardt as he left a couple North Carolina FC players in his dust, and then McGuire was there to save it. And I think he saved it with his arm, Austin. Flick of the arm, otherwise it's 1-1 as Suko is on it now. Perez wants it. Perez will get it. Jesus Perez, and let's see if we can't take a look at that crafty footwork from Gebhardt.
Yeah, Gebhardt just picks it up. He's running at the youngster Britton Fisher and finds that gap between Martinez and Fisher. But McGuire was there, stood tall, closed down the space, but really nice stuff from Derek Gebhardt.
Thank our producer director Joe Ferrara and Kyle Lang and the gang and Ian Lang on replay for getting us an extra look at that play right there. It's 1-0. Martinez with the goal. Selmer Miscic with the assist as we're in minute 28. There's been some issues with the balls, is all I can assume. I can't quite figure it out. Like there's been a couple times, right, where both stirrups are involved with the ball. Here's Sierkowski. Nazmi Abadawi read that one perfectly. Flores and Tobin. And Malloy. Alongside Austin DeLuz, I'm Dean Linke. Delighted to be with you here at WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, USL League One action. Connor Tobin. I wonder if Connor Tobin is aware that on your birthday, it's Carolina Railhawks Throwback Night, October 9th, right?
That's correct.
Or Throwback Day, I guess. It's a day game, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if Connor will be flying in for that one.
He's got work to do, my man. You know, I admire that. I wanted you to play to your 50. I didn't get my wish. Here's Leonard. Leonard early on had a pretty good opportunity off a corner kick. He was wide open.
Yeah, really good chance. We probably undersold that in the moment, but had a little bit too much time to think about it. Wasn't able to put it on goal.
Good move by forward Madison FC, looking for Sierakowski, as I mentioned, on loan from New England Revolution of Major League Soccer. Cristo showing that size and still knocked away, though. Good engine on Jesus Perez. Been impressed with him as he drops it back to Keegan. Keegan squares it. It'll be a corner kick. Corner kick forward Madison FC.
Yeah, a nice bit of play there from Perez, and you could see Justin Suko trailing run at the penalty spot there. He put his arms on his head because I think if Keegan had the presence of mind to drag this one back, you can see 19 Suko there pull away, and Keegan had already committed to putting that one across the face of the goal, which, you know, not the worst idea, but Suko sitting there wide open.
Off of that opportunity will be this corner kick. Perez will take it. It's like a planned play. Dropped in. Headed out of there with authority. That time by Miscic, doing the work defensively and on the attacking side with the assist. Gebhard's got a chance to lay it in for Sierakowski, but McGuire had a beat on that one. That's well read by McGuire. Two of the East's best clash to kick off a fall to remember when the USL on ESPN continues. Perennial contenders Louisville City FC travel to Dillon Stadium to meet Hartford Athletic in a potential playoff preview September 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. 31st minute in this one. North Carolina FC with back-to-back midweek games. Those are always a little bit tougher. Quick recovery, and you got to get rolling. Fisher over to Flick. Cohen. O'Farrell. Like to see what O'Farrell can do when he gets forward a little bit more. Obviously, Flores not afraid to get forward. We've seen Martinez at that right back not afraid to get forward. We'll see if O'Farrell does the same. They look for Miscic. That's a pretty good trap, folks. And perhaps a little too cute. It looks like he was maybe trying to backheel that one to frame. Perhaps a better choice was Cristo, who was open.
I think you're right. Yeah, he's looking for that back heel to goal frame. There's a couple defenders in between. But a nice ball from Nazmi Abadawi out of the midfield, and a really good first touch from Miscic to bring that one down.
That's a great touch by Nazmi Abadawi, knowing that Malloy, who is thick, by the way, was coming with a little pressure. And those are the little touches that make you truly appreciate number 10.
Really good in those tight spaces.
Martinez, Flores. I don't fault that ball right there. That's kind of where you want it, but there weren't any blue jerseys.
Yeah, it was interesting. You know, Robbie Cristo and Cole Frame both kind of held their runs at the top of the box, and Miscic was the only one pulling in there. He made that near post run.
Nazmi Abadawi. He has had some big moments on this field. A collision there with Malloy. And you're seeing the fight and scrappiness now of the visitors from forward Madison FC. Malloy. Malloy does enough to get rid of it to Jesus Perez. That's a good job by Cole Frame checking back. They needed that right there. North Carolina FC did.
Really good defensive work from Cole Frame there. A disappointing ball from Jesus Perez.
Cohen bailed out a little bit there as he kind of lost the ball, but took the contact well and earned the whistle. Here's Parker O'Farrell. Leonard, and then Cristo, after not able to hold off the smaller Leonard, then with the foul. Cristo will get a warning here.
I think it's a little bit of frustration from Robbie Cristo, who's lost the ball in possession a few times here, not able to hold it up.
Leonard. You can hear the communication now for forward Madison FC as they try to get back in this one, trailing on the road 1-0. Referee letting them play. Martinez looks around. Abadawi and Frame, great speed with or without the ball. Big differentiator for him on the field. He'll get it back. Cole Frame from Wake Forest, North Carolina, longtime member of the NCFC U19 Academy, a 2019 Super Cup Globe champion, as well as a 2016 U.S. Youth Soccer National Champion. And here's Mischic. Mischic got an assist already, and Mischic had everything but the ball that time as he had made a great move. Flores looking for Cristo. It'll fall to Frame, and Frame not quite there, but Mischic was in, just forgot the ball.
I think, it almost seems like he intentionally tried to hold up his run, and he just sort of took a missed touch there. A nice 1-2 here with Robbie Cristo at the top of the box, and he's in here, and you can see he's trying to kind of cut it back and maybe get it on his right foot so he can do what we've seen him do a few times, just curl it into that far post with that right foot.
Frame gets the offense started again, dropping it off to Cristo, and then Abadawi. Now here's Flores. Flores over the head of Mischic, saved there by Martinez, one back by Malloy. Sierakowski and then Abadawi. Good work here by North Carolina FC. Austin Deleuze with that early 1-0 lead, something that John Bradford's been calling for, been hoping for, but hasn't always received. To me, the response after the 1-0 lead is almost as good as the wonder goal because they've kept possession.
They have. Yeah, I think to your point, they've sort of maintained relative control of the game. Long spells of possession that we haven't really seen a ton of when they've gone down in games here at home, and I think it's been a largely good first half for this North Carolina FC team. I think John Bradford would be pretty happy with what he's seen.
Off the back of Mischic, a throw in for Gomez. Yeah, I think John Bradford will be extremely happy, and he deserves to be happy. He has poured a lot of equity, as we say, within the academy program. And that's the other thing, like he'll practice in the morning, then he's out there on the fields watching the future stars come up pretty much every single night.
He wears many hats for this club, not just the head coach of the first team, academy director. He's been a part of the club for a long time, and as you said, he's poured his heart into it. And I think a lot of these results probably keep him up at night, and he just wants to turn things around. We've started to do that here in the first half.
Minute 39, Nelson Martinez with the long distance goals, made it 1-0 North Carolina FC. Malloy coming all the way back. Not anticipating a ton of extra time here, as it's been pretty clean. Leonard with to bomb it long for Gomez, and Flores will try to shield it out of bounds. Has to play it and does well. Off the head of Cristo. There's Malloy. Connor Tobin. Good work there by Fisher, and that's good work by, you talk about Flick managing the youngsters, then also Flores, who plays like a veteran beyond his years. That's a nice job defensively stepping up there to get the flag.
They've been solid all half. I think, you know, it's been a quiet first half, friendly even. I think a lot of that has to do with that North Carolina FC backline anticipating more plays, being better positioned, not having to go in for last-ditch tackles and things like that. You know, they've just been solid and kept things in front of them.
Perez. Keegan in a foot race, not going to win that one. Tremendous pace right there from Fisher. Flores knocks it out of bounds. How about that giddy up from Fisher to make up the space?
Great recovery run. I'm sure he would have liked to connect the pass out of the back. That's the next step, right? But see a young player, you know, physically, obviously he can compete at this level. Both him and O'Farrell, big guys, strong, quick,
and intelligent as well.
Definitely.
Came on the air talking about this game with 3 academy players starting really fits the model that the owner Steve Malik, president general manager Kurt Johnson talked about with the move to USL League One, and now valuable experience from the opening whistle for 3 of those players.
I think that makes a big difference, right? There's a big difference between coming into a game for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and starting one.
42nd minute, Leonard, that's a pretty good ball. Gebhardt has the freedom to roam wherever he needs to, deflected off of Flick. It'll be a corner kick forward Madison FC, who trail this game 1-0. Muggy night, but not unbearable. Not muggy enough to call for a hydration break. Corner kick sent out of there by O'Farrell. Another reminder, stay with us at halftime as we'll take a look at USL League One. News and notes, team of the week. Probably pop around at some games coming up. Get you updated on the standings. Everything that's going on with USL League One. Of course, USL making tremendous progress with their women's league, which is due to start next year as well. That's super exciting. There's Frame looking for Cohen. Speaking of the women, the North Carolina Courage with an impressive 4-0 win over Kansas City right here at Wake Med Soccer Park, as they're chasing down Portland again.
Not surprising, see those two at the top of the table. But yeah, great performance against Kansas City. With some familiar faces on that Kansas City team following that recent trade.
Yeah, I felt like Mace could have had a hat trick if she was just a little bit more precise. She was dangerous for Kansas City. 34th minute. Lynn Williams returns and does what Lynn Williams always seems to do, scores a goal. There's Amy Rodriguez, has a couple goals now with the North Carolina Courage, which I mentioned that, folks, by the way, from Forward Madison FC, because it's part of this club, and they play right here at Wake Med Soccer Park in Cary, where at the moment, right here at Salem Stadium, it's 1-0 North Carolina FC on top. Mischich might need to give that play up, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, you could actually hear Nazmi Abudawi on the field say, stop flicking the ball.
McGuire picks it up. Crystal got his head on it, but nobody's there, so it'll come back to Forward Madison FC as we're in the 45th minute. I'm not anticipating more than an extra minute here. Forward Madison FC, can they find the equalizer here before the final whistle? We'll get the official word on the extra time. Gebhardt was on the right, then on the left, now he's back on the right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 minute of additional time in the first half. 1 minute.
And we're into that 1 minute already here, Austin.
You were right, per usual.
No, it's rare, but this one was an easy read. Cohen, Connor Tobin. All right, so knowing Connor Tobin the way you know him, if this scoreline stays 1-0, what will he be saying at halftime? Is he a big talker, or is he let his talking get done on the field?
I think he I'll pause here.
Yeah, hang on. Oh, my. And that is behind the net. I actually thought that got deflected into the net for a second, but it will be one more corner kick here, and I think the referee will let them take it. Let's break down this replay right here, Austin.
Yeah, it goes wide to Keegan, and we've seen him do it a few times. He tries to slot that one across the face of the goal, and fortunately the deflection goes wide. But Forward Madison has ended this half with a little bit of a flurry of positive play.
They've got a chance to find maybe Tobin. They were looking for Tobin. Crystal was there, headed out of there. That should be the whistle, and the referee's letting him play on. And now Crystal will snap it out of there. If I'm John Bradford, I'm going a little crazy as Gebhardt sends a screamer, and there's the whistle. Finally, your thoughts on a 1-0 wonder goal from Martinez. North Carolina FC on top here at the half.
Yeah, obviously an incredible goal. Special play, and I think largely a positive half for North Carolina FC. They maintained control for the most part. Forward Madison, I think, is going to be really disappointed with that first half, and you alluded to it, but I think Connor Tobin may have a few choice words at halftime in the locker room.
All right, we're going to go to break, come back and take a look around USL League One. North Carolina FC on top of Forward Madison 1-0.
Select Physical Therapy is focused on patient safety now more than ever before. Select's centers remain open and offer a safe environment for you to receive physical therapy services. You don't need a doctor's referral to begin care and start feeling better today. Select Physical Therapy also offers telerehab, so you can easily connect with a licensed therapist through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant, right from the comfort of your home. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
Behind this shot, there's a story of well-loved cleats and pride-soaked jerseys, a story of years of support and leadership. There is a story of family, Behind every shot, there's soccer.com. Greatness grows here.
Continental Tire has been a proud supporter of soccer for more than a decade. We've been there both on and off the field for some of the greatest celebrations. We've watched with you as the game and personalities have gotten bigger. We are proud to continue standing alongside you, supporting the game that gives us all so much. Together, we've shared thousands of incredible goals and celebrations. Here's to many more to come.
Wednesday night USL League One action here in Cary, North Carolina. WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, where the home team, North Carolina FC, has a 1-0 lead over their visitors from the state of Wisconsin forward Madison FC. It's 1-0 at the half. Welcome back, Dean Linke with the man, Austin DeLuz, and finally got the little cheese out of there. How about North Carolina FC?
Yeah, fantastic goal from Nelson Martinez, and a good first half, and they're going to look to close this one out. They need a win, and they look confident. So we'll see how the second half goes, but Madison needs to find their way back in it for sure. And
it was more than just that goal. The entire team, I thought, played well.
They did, yeah, and I mentioned in the first half it was a little bit quiet, sort of a friendly half. Both teams with some possession, but North Carolina FC, I think, with a little bit more control, and they look confident. And yeah, it's just a team that we really haven't seen here in the last few games at home.
A lot of games coming up for both these teams as we'll take a look at the upcoming schedules. First for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, heading up to Richmond, a sort of rivalry game, a lot of history between those two teams, and then they come back home to play against Union Omaha, who's been at the top of the table or near the top of the table for this entire season, so that's a big one as well. And then moving on to the New England Revolution 2 team who handed NCFC a little bit of a beating recently, and then add a tough Chattanooga team finishing up against North Texas SC on September 26th. And we talk about it all the time, but no easy games.
Take a look at the upcoming schedule for Forward Madison FC.
That back-to-back games against Richmond, never easy to play the same team twice in a row. Then they head up to Toronto, back home against Greenville, who we mentioned is really desperate for a win right now, and hopefully by that point they do get back in that win column. And then that October 1st game at New England, we know won't be easy.
When we return, we'll get you up to date on the current USL League One standings. We'll preview upcoming games. We got news and notes courtesy of our main man, Brian Ware, and the team of the week. Halftime, North Carolina FC dancing a little bit with a 1-0 lead over Forward Madison FC.
First-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
City double their money, and how sweet the sound in Lynn Family Stadium.
Continental Tire has been a proud supporter of soccer for more than a decade. We've been there both on and off the field for some of the greatest celebrations. We've watched with you as the game and personalities have gotten bigger. We are proud to continue standing alongside you, supporting the game that gives us all so much. Together, we've shared thousands of incredible goals and celebrations. Here's to many more to come.
So, how do you like your urgent care? At Wake Med, we have urgent care just about everywhere. Urgent care that specializes in orthopedics and kids. My Care 365, open every day of the year. Even virtual urgent care. Yup, urgent care in your jammies on your tablet. So download the Wake Med All Access app and get urgent care that's caring, convenient, and just the way you like it.
Welcome back here at halftime, where North Carolina FC, courtesy of a golazo from Nelson Martinez, has a 1-0 lead over forward Madison FC. Alongside Austin DeLuz, former captain of the club, I'm Dean Linke. Delighted to be with you as we now take a look around USL League One and the top of the table. You caught it, Austin. You said this Chattanooga team is the real deal, and now they're in first place.
Yeah, we saw what they were capable of here at Wake Med Soccer Park not long ago. Really talented team who plays really attractive brand of soccer, and not a surprise to see them at the top of the table there. And Union Omaha in that second spot, also been very solid. And then we've got the 3, 4, 5, all the way down, really down to that 9 spot. All these teams tied on 24 points. The parity is really incredible across this league. And yeah, at the bottom there you can see Fort Lauderdale, Tucson, not far off, with North Carolina FC at the bottom looking up right now.
That means every game counts as we take a look at some upcoming games in USL League One. As you said, every game means something.
Yeah, and I wonder if all of those teams on 24 points say that they're tied for third place. What do you think about that? But each of these games is so important when things are so tight, and you can see here some good matchups: Chattanooga and Toronto, South Georgia and Fort Lauderdale, and Richmond NCFC. We talked about that, a little bit of a rivalry here over in this region, and Union Omaha against the always talented North Texas team.
Take a look at the news and notes, and Chattanooga in first place. Ricky Ruiz, we could not stop saying his name. He scored the lone goal as they continue their run of scoring goals late in games.
Yeah, they're just really exciting. They're fun to watch. I had a blast watching Ruiz and his teammates play here at Wake Med. And, also here we see the Richmond Kickers. Terzaghi secures the goals record for the league. It's a young league, but still always nice to have a record, and we saw what he was capable of here as well.
And he's got Richmond back in they're one of the teams with 24 points.
They're tied for third place.
And then I'm not sure what's going on. I got to talk to my main man, John Hark, says they are dropping like a stone right now.
They are. They've had a tough run, but again, you're never out of it in this league because of how tight it is. So even though they've had a tough run, a couple wins will put them right back in the mix for the top spot here. So yeah, they need to turn it around, definitely.
When you take a look at the team of the week, you'll recognize Aaron Malloy, who scored that brilliant half volley goal in the 1-1 draw versus North Texas and controlled the center of the pitch. He's on there. Ricky Ruiz is on there. And then how about Giovanni Calixto from Tucson, the player of the week? 21-year-old scored a hat trick Sunday at Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, not a bad night out for Calixto, another guy who I think impressed us here, and great to see him getting on the score sheet a few times.
Charlie Dennis also making the team of the week, as that's a look around USL. When we come back, we'll show you the first half highlights and the golazo from Nelson Martinez. It's 1-0 North Carolina FC on top of forward Madison FC.
Selling your home often comes at a cost. Many realtors charge commissions of 6%, which seriously cuts into your profits. But with Daymark Realty, part of Coastal Credit Union, you can sell for an unbelievably low commission rate of 4.5%. Plus, professional staging and photography are included. Find out how Daymark and Coastal have saved members millions in fees and offer a better way to bank.
Select Physical Therapy is focused on patient safety now more than ever before. Select's centers remain open and offer a safe environment for you to receive physical therapy services. You don't need a doctor's referral to begin care and start feeling better today. Select Physical Therapy also offers telerehab, so you can easily connect with a licensed therapist through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant, right from the comfort of your home. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
Behind this shot, there's a story of well-loved cleats and pride-soaked jerseys. A story of years of support and leadership. There is a story of family. Behind every shot, there's soccer.com. Greatness grows here.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. Let's take a look at the first half highlights as North Carolina FC is on top of Forward Madison 1-0.
Yeah, we'll see here the build-up to the only goal of the half. Nazmi Abdawi with a good ball out wide to Miscic, who does a good job of holding it up, and then he just finds Nelson Martinez in a ton of space, who has a good first touch that sits up perfectly for him and unleashes that ball straight into that side netting, and that's one I think we'll see, maybe a goal of the week. And here we'll see again Robbie Cristo with the overhead kick. We've seen him make some spectacular plays this season, and there's another opportunity for him. That one not too wide. And Derek Gebhard with some fancy footwork here. He gets past the young Britton Fisher, but Jake McGuire stands tall and keeps that one out. But really nice skill there from Gebhard. A good save from Jake McGuire, who's been so solid all season. And here Miscic again with a nice 1-2 with Robbie Cristo, and he tries to cut this one back onto his right foot and just loses control at the last second, but positive play again from Miscic. See here, trying to cut it back and just can't quite find the ball there.
So those are your first half highlights, which include not only the goal of the week, but a good chance at ESPN top 10, I would say, the way that popped up there and the quality finish. First goal of the season for Nelson Martinez to go along with an assist that he has on the season. So we do have a sub for Forward Madison FC as the second half is underway.
46 minutes of play. We got in the game number 10, Carlos Gomez.
So Carlos Gomez is going to come out. And Christian Diaz, number 27, is going to come into the game. So Diaz in, and he'll play that right back spot, it looks like, is more of a right wing, although it does look more like 4 in the back at the moment anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was just going to mention it looks like they've adjusted their shape a little bit, more of a back 4.
Wow, nice cut in by Cristo around Malloy. There's a little give and go there with O'Farrell, who made a nice little run. We were wondering if he was going to make some runs, and that was a good one right there.
Yep. Nice to see him getting in the attack.
Long ways to go. Gebhard, saw him streaking down the right side, down the left side. Now he starts down the right side. One bounce there to McGuire, and McGuire has it. And Austin, you know what I mean when I say long way. I mean a long way as they try to protect this lead against a very good Forward Madison team.
Yeah, it's going to be a long second half. I think, you know, the key to protecting that lead is just kind of more of the same for NCFC in terms of what they did in the first half. You know, keeping possession of the ball, remaining composed, compact, and limiting Forward Madison's chances. But you could see there just a moment ago what this formation change for Forward Madison allows Gebhard to do is get more involved in the attack, I think, get a little bit higher up the field, and we've seen how dangerous he is already this game. And he's a guy I think they're going to be looking to a lot in this second half to create some chances.
Malloy wins it back. Sierakowski, Keegan, who looked like he was offside, and Sierakowski on loan from the New England Revolution has it ripped away. Great time of the year, professional soccer heating up, the start of college soccer as well. Tonight's the MLS All-Star game. I mean, I feel like I say that every game. It's a great time for soccer.
Definitely. World Cup qualifiers coming up. Premier League's back in action.
Your dad's back at work with the Wake Forest women's soccer team. And, of course, the local teams, George Kiefer and the NC State Wolfpack, who's got a daughter, Kendall, who's part of the Courage Academy program and who's going to play at USF, where he used to coach. NC State's going to be really good this year. The North Carolina man under Carlos Samuano will be solid. Duke, of course, your alma mater, Wake Forest. I had Bobby Muse on last week on the United Soccer Coaches podcast.
Tough to get a word out of that guy, huh?
He is not shy. But a special hello to George Kiefer, leading the Wolfpack, who I know is watching the game. Of course, Kurt Johnson, our president, general manager, a fine, distinguished alumni from Wolfpack Nation. 49th minute. Cole Frame has it taken away that time by Suko. Suko back on it. That's Diaz, who was inserted to start the second half. Good ball in. Frame is there. Frame turns it, and it'll be a corner kick. Corner kick for forward Madison FC, of course, led by Carl Craig. Been around the game a long time. Neil Lavity, who played here as well, assistant coach with Jim Launder, who won a national championship as a head coach at Wisconsin. Emerson Lovato's the goalkeeper coach as the corner's driven in, and Frame gets a touch on it. And Gebhard comes in pretty hard on Cohen.
Yeah, it's clever play there from Cohen, who he sees Gebhard coming in strong and just holds his run up a little bit, lets Gebhard fly by, and Gebhard's forced to make the foul as Cohen picks up the ball.
Carl Craig was head coach of Minnesota United in 2016. And of course, you played with Neil, right?
Yep, yeah. For the then Carolina Railhawks. Played against Carl Craig. Coached teams many times as well. Great guy.
Tobin. That goes all the way through. This one, I don't know if you'll be able to remember or not, but is there one coach that you played against? I'm probably thinking more at the professional ranks, maybe the college ranks, that you would have conversations with that maybe at times weren't super pleasant. Do you remember any?
Oh, man, off the top of my head, no, not really.
Well, that makes sense. Your dad's a coach, so you have mad respect for that profession, I would assume.
I do, yeah, and I think generally the ones that you probably don't like as much or mesh well with, you just kind of avoid. You don't, seek out those types of interactions, but no, played against a lot of great coaches over the years and good people.
Well said. Abadawi.
Trying to get me in trouble here, aren't you?
Yeah, I didn't mean to exactly. I know you played with some, a little bit of vinegar out there.
I don't want to limit myself if I decide to make a comeback and have a coach say, hey, you know what? I heard you say that on the broadcast. I'm not going to sign you.
All I heard was comeback, and I'm in for that. Cohen over the ball. In your last season, where I think you gave some clubs enough time to know that you were hanging it up. Do you remember any opposing coaches giving you a little extra time during that last run? I'm sure they did.
Yeah, you know, I think the guys who I had good relationships with were very complimentary, and you know, it wasn't anything like a farewell tour or anything like that. But yeah, it was a good season, a good way to go out. I think it was, obviously we would have liked to go a little bit further, won another playoff game or two, but nothing but good memories there.
53rd minute, North Carolina FC, as we mentioned before, they have been more than just that wonder goal golazo from Martinez. They have had a good portion of the ball. I mean, so is forward Madison FC. They've shown flashes of brilliance, which is part of the reason they're in that group that is, as you said, tied for 3rd place in USL League One.
That's definitely how I'd be spinning it if I was in one of those teams.
Yeah, of course. Well done to Chattanooga and Omaha, though, to show what they've done to put together solid seasons.
Absolutely.
Sierakowski. Malloy slips. Cohen. Niscic keeps it low, and no problem at all for the big man in goal for forward Madison FC. Mike McGinty, with instructions from John Bradford, is heading down to talk about making the first substitution for North Carolina FC. We'll see what John Bradford has in mind with this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, some good options on the bench for NCFC in this type of situation. I think, you know, the first couple that come to mind are the veteran Pekka and another guy who we've seen perform very well in that holding midfield spot, Peter Pearson, both available on the bench, who could come in and sort of shore things up in that midfield.
Yeah, it's a nice coaching situation here for John Bradford based on who he has on the bench.
Yeah, and another guy who's interesting who we don't know too much about is somebody who just arrived on loan. Oziel Jackson came in from Minnesota United, who I'm sure they would like to get on the field and see what he's all about.
Yeah, he's got a nice set of hair too, by the way. Here's Malloy. Gebhard. Boy, a moment ago, Nazmi Abadawi stepped in and just made an incredible interception and then kept possession. Cristo bounced off the ball by Malloy.
Yeah, again, Robbie Cristo trying to do a little bit too much there. I think he had cold frame. He could just lay it off too, and trying to make something happen. Probably not the right decision there.
Right side for forward Madison FC, and a nifty little header as that one goes over the crossbar, but that was dangerous right there, as for the first time in quite some time, North Carolina FC was actually beaten there. Check out this header.
Yeah, good service. Really good run from Jake Keegan here into that sort of near post area, and he's just trying to redirect that.
Doesn't take much for Keegan. 6 goals already on the season. Gebhard. Sierakowski was calling for it right at the top of the 6. They check it back. You can see forward Madison FC, they're sending players forward. They've got 4 or 5 white and pink jerseys inside the 18. Malloy trying to get it to Keegan. That also means that the transition would be on if North Carolina FC is up for it, but they got to win it back. Here's Gebhard. Gebhard, he can slice and dice, folks. Gebhard back across, nobody home, and it will go out of bounds.
Again, good stuff from Gebhard in a 1v1 situation there. he's been the danger man for them. I think tonight he did well again to beat Nelson Flores on the dribble and puts a really dangerous ball across the box and nobody there to tap it home. You can see his frustration.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Parker O'Farrell making the run from right back. We'll give it back to Cohen. Cohen, every game, more and more confidence. Keeps possession back to O'Farrell, who's made this good run. O'Farrell has it ripped away, slides in, and enough for Flick to clean it up. So O'Farrell almost got himself in trouble, but got out of it. Tobin much bigger than Frame, handling that one with ease. And Flick will use McGuire. Jake McGuire. So you talked about the newest member on loan for North Carolina FC, and you called it. And you also talked about the veteran leadership of Pekka to try to shore it up. You called that one too, Austin DeLuz, as you continue to bring your A game. Those will be the subs. The next opportunity. Here's Frame. Frame's got Cohen. Flick. And now Fisher. We're in minute 60. And John Bradford going to make some changes. Flores does well. Tobin is there. Gebhard will clean it up. So on loan from Minnesota United, wearing number 22, which was Will Butte's number. Of course, Will Butte with the injury will play for George Kiefer at NC State. So 22 was available, and it'll go to Jackson. And then Pekka, wearing the familiar number 7, will come on the next opportunity. Suko calling for it. And now we're seeing the center backs push forward for forward Madison FC. Gebhard. Look at all the white jerseys in there. This is trouble. Handled neatly there by O'Farrell. He didn't panic, did he? Numbers are good here. Cristo, it's 3-on-3 at the moment. Cristo needs to give it up. Yeah, there it is. That's a good ball, I think. It's going to get there to Frame. Frame first times it. Back to Cohen. Cohen can hit it from here, and he does. That's a good ball from Cristo to find Frame.
Yeah, good ball from Cristo, and a good ball from Cole Frame to find Josh Cohen at the top of the box there. And Cohen did well to find a little bit of space to get a shot off. I think ultimately a little bit difficult in terms of the distance, and he was facing away from goal. Couldn't get enough on it with his left foot, but a nice counter there from MTFC. You can see the space that's available because Forward Madison are putting so many numbers into the attack.
Frame, yeah, that's going to make this game wide open, and I think extremely exciting. Cristo, Cohen, North Carolina FC might need that second goal. They'll take it in transition, or they'll take it in the run of play. Flores. That's a good move from Flores. Headed out of there by Tobin. For me, Flores is just steady Eddie.
Very much so, yeah. I think he's been very solid all season. We talked about it in the first half, but really gives you something in the attack there from that left back spot. Some great service.
It's going to be Miscic who's going to be replaced by Jackson, who was with the Red Bulls when he was 13. At 16, he went overseas and played in France a little bit. And then last year was with the Sounders. This year signed a 2-year deal with Minnesota and on loan here to get some minutes with North Carolina FC.
Yeah, excited to see what he's all about. Like I said, don't know too much about him, but some new blood for this team that's again looking for a spark. He's going to slide into that. Looks like he's going to slide into that 10 spot, the attacking midfield spot, and Josh Cohen's going to slide out to where Miscic was playing on the left wing.
Nelson Martinez is leaving. Let's take one more look at the goal for Martinez because it is worth looking at several times.
It absolutely is. Again, first touch, sits up perfectly, and boom.
Smoked it.
Yep. Skips into the back of the net off of that wet surface, and as we said, the goalkeeper just not much of a chance to get a hand on that one.
Great game for Nelson Martinez. I want to say hello to Marion Crowder, who is listening in. Also appreciate our incredible crew, including taking a look at that goal, see what Flores can do. Kyle Lang's crew, our director, Joe Ferrara. Graphics, Savannah, Rosanna, Dana, Revel. Andrew Taylor on audio, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, and Curtis Adams. Alongside me, Austin DeLuz. I'm Dean Linke. Here's Frame. Frame had an idea there as he saw the goalkeeper Reno off his line just a little bit. He was thinking about chipping him there.
I think that was more of a cross to Robbie Cristo, got caught somewhere in between.
Okay.
But you could see, you know, these are the types of situations that we've seen Cole Frame excel in throughout the season, is coming into games late when they're stretched like this. You can see his pace on the ball, his ability to sort of spur that counterattack. And if they can get a few more of those chances, be interesting to see what Cole Frame can do with them.
Some extra passes here for forward Madison FC. As Sierakowski was right off the shoulder there of O'Farrell. That's a good check back from forward Madison FC, and Gebhard will run down everything as he'll take the throw in for the Flamingos here, down 1-0 on the road against North Carolina FC. Sierakowski. Sierakowski, part of a Michigan State team that made it to the College Cup out in Santa Barbara a few years ago. A little bit of contact there from Pekka, and Jackson's first attempt to get stuck in just missed it. Here's Malloy. Tobin. Tobin's been solid for forward Madison FC, the veteran. Malloy drops it over. Suko gives it back to Malloy. Back to Suko. Suko around Jackson, around Pekka, around Flick. Now O'Farrell will have to clear it. Right now, forward Madison FC is keeping the ball. Gebhard. There is a shoe missing, as I believe it belongs to Cyrus Rad. As Rad is playing with just one shoe at the moment. Perez will switch it, and now Rad's got a chance to pick up a shoe. '68th minute. John Bradford a few minutes ago making his first changes of the game, bringing in the newly acquired Jackson from Minnesota United and bringing on Pekka. Rad's got both shoes back on, drops it to Sierakowski. Sierakowski picked up there by Fisher. Now Fisher. Unfortunate there as Cohen was open and Fisher hit that one a little bit too hard.
Yeah, it was again similar to a play in the first half. We saw really nice defensive work from Britton Fisher, and then it's the outlet pass that kind of lets him down. But
ooh, that's a great pass there from Sierakowski over to Keegan as McGuire was way off his line. McGuire does not clear it well. Gebhard pulls it back. And make no mistake, Forward Madison FC is bringing it right now.
Yeah, they've turned up the pressure a little bit, putting more numbers forward.
Rad. Keegan, and McGuire gets low. We talked about it. Keegan does not need a whole lot of room to get his shot off.
No, and that's a really good hold from Jake McGuire. See Keegan, a really good turn here. Gets a solid strike off, and McGuire does well to hold that one. As you can see, another Forward Madison player on the doorstep waiting for a rebound.
Aaron Malloy forward to Sierakowski, who is got a little extra giddy up here in the second half on loan from the New England Revolution. Leonard. Looking for Keegan. Flick and Keegan battle. Flick. One back. That was Diaz, who came on as a second half sub here right at the start of the second half. There's Flores. And now Cohen. Numbers are good again. Cohen, Jackson, Crystal. 3 against 2 at the moment. Malloy is dropping back. So is Rad. Frame has joined in. Frame now. Forward Madison FC. Some numbers behind the ball. Jackson feels the pressure there of Leonard. So a little bit of bending from North Carolina FC, not breaking. And now let's see if they can hang on to the ball for a little bit as we are in minute 71 with a 1-0 lead, North Carolina FC. Nelson Martinez is sitting on the bench, subbed out after the Galazzo in the first half. Jackson trying to work the veteran Tobin. Jackson with the floppy mop hair. See what he can do here. Jackson, that's a good ball. Frame with the touch. Oh my, off the crossbar, Cristo. Wow, Jackson with a brilliant pass to Frame, and the crossbar, the best friend of Forward Madison FC.
Yeah, it was a really nice play from NCFC. Good flick here from Nazmi Abadawi to put the newcomer Jackson in behind, and he slots the ball across to Cole Frame. A really nice strike, and he's unlucky. That one comes off the underside of the crossbar and stays out. But Cole Frame, the youngster, again, late in the game, finding space.
Yeah, I don't feel like Brino had much to do with that one. Just the crossbar, the 12th man for Forward Madison FC. And it looks like John Bradford's going to shore up that midfield even more with Peter Pearson. And here's Jackson. Jackson with a head of steam and something to prove here with his new team. Jackson, a little bit of pressure there from Leonard. And he'll give it over to Frame. I like what I've seen so far in Jackson. Here's Frame. Frame feels the pressure. Frame perhaps thinking about a corner kick here. Frame. And Frame, that's a foul, but the referee will let him play on. He didn't call a foul. Farrell, referee letting him play today for sure. Craig going to make another change as well. Mike McGinty with his arm around Pearson. He's going to come in. Next opportunity for North Carolina FC. Cohen. Step over. Cohen. Right to Brino. The United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Noah Fuson, wearing number 31, due to check in for forward Madison. He is from Los Angeles, California. So he'll come in about the same time. I think that Pearson will come on for North Carolina FC as we're in minute 74. Still just that one lonely goal. The golazo from Martinez, the difference in the game for North Carolina FC, who leads at 1-0. Malloy. So great ball from Malloy. Sliding tackle comes in, finds Keegan, and Keegan, that is deflected. I didn't think it was. The referee says Nazmi Abadawi can't believe it either. I'm not sure.
No, that's another one of those mystery calls. Pretty clearly no deflection there, and you could see the frustration even on Keegan's face because he knew he didn't hit it well.
So Jesus Perez is going off and Fuson is coming on. Aaron Malloy. Aaron Malloy hits a really heavy ball that's hard to deal with. We've seen that a couple times. And here comes Malloy. Malloy, there it is. Looking for Sierakowski, and he'll get another opportunity. North Carolina FC not happy with either of the calls. This is where North Carolina FC needs to tighten up. Diaz back to Malloy. Malloy goes far post. There's Cristo. That's good work from Robbie Cristo. They'll bring it back to Rad. Rad with his left foot. Read perfectly by O'Farrell. Leonard to Malloy. And O'Farrell with the rip. Boy, Jackson's passes have been good so far. He's offside at the moment. Now he needs to get back onside. He is onside now. Frame. Cohen. And that should be a corner kick. It is. Corner kick. North Carolina FC with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Cohen again. Same position there, top of the box on his left foot, sort of facing away from goal. Doesn't connect well with it, but catches a deflection, earns NCFC a corner kick and a little bit of a reprieve from the pressure that forward Madison has been putting on them. A chance to catch their breath, kill a little bit more of the game.
Pearson still waiting to come on. Got some decent targets. It's not just about Cristo when you've got Fisher and O'Farrell in there as well with Flick. You've got some bigger players. Let's head it out of there.
Smart play there from Pekka as well to let that one run out of play. Get Pearson in the game, give everyone a breath again. Taking a pause.
So Pearson's going to come on for Robbie Cristo. So in this case, a little bit of defense for offense with this 1-0 lead in minute 77, Austin Deleuze.
Yeah, to see the lineup sort of shuffle here again. As Peter Pearson will assume his usual spot in that holding midfield area. And one of Jackson or Frame will probably sort of occupy that 9 area.
Throw in for O'Farrell. Badawi shows. Tough ball to handle, but still gets it back to O'Farrell. Pekka pops it high in the air. For the W, starting next spring, the USLW League, providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer, both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs from across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W League is set to begin play in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to USLWleague.com to learn more. WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. Your home to North Carolina FC. Dropping down to USL League One to get lined up even better with Gary Butte's North Carolina FC youth system and John Bradford and their Fine Academy program that always challenges for national championships. Here's Jackson. Jackson, oh, what a move! Jackson then tried to sky it and was looking to roof it right there, but it went over the crossbar.
Nice stuff from the newcomer Jackson here. Receives the ball from Abadawi, gets faced up, and some great footwork to get through the forward Madison back line, and he's trying to roof that one near post.
Keegan, good little give and go right now with Fuson, who just came on moments ago. Fuson with that left foot. McGuire's got it. It's minute 79 as again the flow of this second half, much like the first half, short of more subs, has been pretty good. Brad gets around frame. Tobin over to Leonard. Now Diaz is part of the change for Coach Craig, was dropping 4 in the back. And they stay with 4 in the back at the moment. Tobin, another good pass. Suko, Malloy. Malloy asking it for Tobin to go to Gebhard. Jackson gives Tobin a little bit of a mess, and Tobin will knock that out of bounds. Now that will help McGuire and North Carolina FC kill some of the clock.
Yeah, McGuire's going to take his time here, get this one back in play.
North Carolina FC fans, don't forget about 2 home games coming up for North Carolina FC, September 4 and September 11. Love to see you out here at this beautiful facility. And don't forget to check your North Carolina Courage schedule for upcoming games. O'Farrell. McGuire needs to be careful. Here's Fisher. Fisher makes a run. Malloy, and the transition is on. Keegan. Keegan's such a smart player. When he can one-touch pass it, he always does. Now Keegan wants it back. He's calling for it. They're looking for him. And there is Keegan.
You can see the disappointment on his face there. It's another, that's a really quality chance. A good ball into the box. He's got time to pick his spot with that header. Let's see here, good service. Keegan gets separation in there, and maybe Flick puts Keegan off of that one. Maybe a little bit more difficult than I initially thought, but still, Keegan disappointed with that one.
So now with Pearson and Pekka in there, that gives Abadawi freedom to get involved more in the attack, but it's going to be all hands on deck defensively. Gebhardt. Sierakowski. And the foul on Sierakowski, some frustration there. Good work by Pekka. And Austin, I got to go back to what you said with the 1-0 lead. The decision to start 3 academy players, all 3 of them I give high marks, by the way. Not that my opinion counts, but the veterans he has to bring in have been quality.
Yeah, it changes things a little bit. I think I agree with you. First of all, I think Fisher, O'Farrell, and Cole Frame have all absolutely held their own and showed some really good moments. But, you know, when you do start those academy players, it gives you the chance to bring in veterans and guys that have a little bit more experience in late game situations.
Frame over to Jackson. You know, we've talked a lot about O'Farrell and Fisher, but that tackle from Flick a moment ago as Abadawi is offside. This tackle from Flick, special.
Yeah, he just finds a way, right? It's what we've seen him do all season. Just make big plays. You don't always notice him. He's not the most flashy player on the field, but he has just been so solid for this NCFC team all year.
This game far from over, though. There is an unbelievable opportunity. A wide open was Suko on the far post. Just as I was saying, this game is far from over. He was wide open.
Yeah, and this is about as good as it's going to get in terms of chances. Suko, right spot. Just catches that one on a hop and doesn't connect with it.
Austin, really any kind of touch short of right at the goalkeeper, and it's tied at 1.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting, would he have been better off there going with his left foot, letting the ball come across his body?
Well, that looked like it went off a flick this time, and the referee gives it back to North Carolina FC. They'll take it. We're in minute 85. Oof. Flick gives it back to Gebhard. This is definitely bringing gray hairs to Mr. Bradford, I've got to believe.
Yeah, it's, again, maybe a commentator's curse there. It's uncharacteristic turnover from Flick out of the back, a really bad pass, and it looks like maybe an injury might have had something to do with that.
Mbaye. Martina is in the stands and not available.
It's a good look at Coach Bradford. How's he wearing a sweater tonight?
He's cool as a cucumber.
He's got to be sweating down there.
Coach Craig. Carl Craig, over 25 years of coaching experience, including as head coach for Minnesota United in 2016. One-time punk rocker during his youth, introduced the Wonder Wall tradition in Minnesota. Also serves as Forward Madison FC's technical director, as you see Flick looking like he wouldn't mind Mr. Mbaye to come on in.
Commented on John Bradford's fashion choices. I gotta say, I'm a fan of Carl Craig's shirt there. That's a good choice as well.
I don't think I could pull that shirt off like he can. You could do it.
I don't know. That might be flamingo. That's what they that's what they mean.
Okay, there you go. Flamingo with the flamingo. 86th minute. Now we will have several minutes added after this lengthy delay. So Flick waiting to come back on. Right now, it's for Madison FC. They had a player advantage for a second, but now Flick's back on there. So, and now Malik Mbaye, Mike McGinty. Will hand in the card. Flick. Jackson, flag is down. Jackson. The play was to go back to his left, but he just never committed to it. Boy, Pekka has really been disruptive, which is exactly what John Bradford wanted from him.
Yeah, that's what he's all about. Smart player that can break things up and be a nuisance in the middle of that field, covers a lot of ground.
Malloy to Sierakowski. Sierakowski. And this is where O'Farrell's got to manage the game. Leak Mbaye is going to come on. And it's not going to be, though, for Flick. Instead, it's going to be for Cohen. Interesting. Nazmi Abadawi with the conversation over there with Neil Lavity.
17, Josh Cohen.
Yeah, Malik Mbaye going to be another body in that back line there as NCFC tries to see this one out. Going to take up, it looks like in between Fisher and Flick to have, you know, 3 center backs in there. Just try to clear anything out that comes into the box.
Pekka earns the whistle. I'm going to guess 4 minutes. What are you going with?
You were right in the first half. I'm going to say you might be right in the second half as well. I think 4 is probably a good shout.
I think we've got a chance for 3, but I think it's going to be 4. 89th minute. McGuire. Look at Tobin still winning balls in the air. Connor Tobin still looks like Connor Tobin to me out there.
Still grinding.
Gebhard, Suko, who was wide open 5 minutes ago or so. Malloy, Leonard. Boy, Jackson is buzzing around, isn't he? Driving those center backs nuts. That's what you want from your subs.
Absolutely. It's great to see him come in and give this team a lift. He's been very active. We can see he's got some ability on the ball.
Tries to close down Tobin. Tobin still forward. Here's Jackson. Jackson. Malloy read that one perfectly. That's good work by Malloy. Malloy, who, if he can get it on his right foot with just a little bit of space, can hit it from way downtown. Looking for Sierakowski. Diaz will get to it first. Diaz sends it right back in, looking for Keegan. Headed out of there by Pearson. 3 minutes. I hedged at the last second with the 3, so I'm going to take the victory. Here's Malloy. Malloy, far side.
Close enough.
When you're as unathletic as me, you'll take a victory any way you can do it, Austin, and you'll be verbal about it. That's my deal. Gebhard, you're used to it. As Pearson gets low. Reno over to Tobin. So 3 minutes is the number, and we're almost 1 minute into those 3.
It's been interesting, you know, even though they've been down a goal for quite a long time, they have created chances and they put numbers forward, but haven't felt a ton of urgency from forward Madison being down, you know, on the road as they're chasing it. Just, I don't know what it is, maybe a little bit of fatigue, but hopefully I don't speak too soon here.
Yeah, here they go. As they were waiting for the right opportunity, Pearson almost had a bad foul that would have been costly. They got to be careful. This one's sent in, looking for Keegan. Dummies it to Sierakowski, and Gebhard will clean it up. 3 minutes of added time, and we have gone exactly half of that 3. We've gone 90 seconds. Rad, center back, pushes forward. A touch heavy from Malloy, and that's going to go off from Malloy, and that'll come close to icing it here. Pearson. Gonna go out of bounds. North Carolina FC. Just what the doctor ordered, perhaps. Always a great conversation with John Bradford, but I think even John Bradford would admit that, you know, it can be frustrating, right? When you're used to winning so many games, you're trying to figure things out, and here they are, 15 seconds or so from beating a really good side here with 3 of their academy players out there, including Frame. Frame, you gotta believe he's headed over to the corner. As close as he can get. Frame, the final seconds here. We played the 3 minutes. Frame down near the corner and out of bounds. The referee's got to look at his watch, and the referee whistles it. How about North Carolina FC, a 1-0 win over Forward Madison FC?
A big win for this NCFC team who needed it badly. We talked about it, coming off a string of poor results, and you can see the effort that it took. And there's the main man, Nelson Martinez, with the wonder strike, the game-winning goal. And it was a team effort. Everybody, the starters, the players coming off the bench, everybody put in a shift to get 3 points here tonight. And Ford Madison, I think, will be disappointed with that effort.
So a brilliant goal from Nelson Martinez, that man right there, and that is enough for John Bradford's team, North Carolina FC, to get a 1-0 win. I want to thank Kyle Lang and his crew, Joe Ferrara, Savannah Revo, Andrew Taylor, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams. My main man, Austin DeLuz. For each and every one of them, I'm Dean Linke. Your final score once again from WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium in Cary, North Carolina. How about North Carolina FC? They win it 1-0 over Forward Madison FC.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.
At Strategic Systems, we understand that a reliable IT infrastructure doesn't just materialize by itself. We've been helping Triangle businesses of all sizes build and manage secure, reliable technology solutions for over 25 years. Strategic Systems and CEI. Are you transforming your business?
So, how do you like your urgent care? At WakeMed, we have urgent care just about everywhere. Urgent care that specializes in orthopedics and kids. My Care 365, open every day of the year. Even virtual urgent care. Yup, urgent care in your jammies on your tablet. So download the WakeMed All Access app and get urgent care that's caring, convenient, and just the way you like it.
Continental Tire has been a proud supporter of soccer for more than a decade. We've been there both on and off the field for some of the greatest celebrations. We've watched with you as the game and personalities have gotten bigger. We are proud to continue standing alongside you, supporting the game that gives us all so much. Together, we've shared thousands of incredible goals and celebrations. Here's to many more to come.